Hello there, and MegaMogwai here, and I got yet another Legends of Runeterra for you guys. Today, it's day -1 of the expansion, technically, because the expansion is tomorrow, but we are in the early access event for the expansion, thanks to Riot. We actually did not get in last time, but this time, we've had some proper communication, and we are in, and I'm going to give you guys a bit of a sneak peek into the champion Ornn. I did a poll on Twitter, actually, asking you guys which champion I should showcase first, and Ornn won by like a landslide. There were like 4 options, because Twitter doesn't allow me to do 5, right? So I just put Nora, because, you know, Vandal City. But there were 4 options, and Ornn got 42%, over 42% of the votes. So we're going to be showcasing a Song of Ice and Fire first, as I wanted to try out Ornn in this shell. I don't really think that Ornn is going to be the strongest in a deck like this. I think there are other potential region and archetype not archetype combinations, but region combinations and or different archetypes that can benefit much more or enhance Ornn as a unit much more. And what I mean by this is that if you combine Ornn with Demacia, for example, you have access to cards like Cataclysm. Cards that allow Ornn, either rally effects or cards that allow Ornn to get an attack, are going to be really strong with this champion, I think, because of the payoff once you level up. As you level up Ornn, whenever you attack, you forge him twice, and you do so in the pre-level as well. But then you also summon an attacking Spirit of the Ram with my stats. So it's like what we mentioned, the Super Zed, right? Like we're getting an ephemeral copy of him, but it has Overwhelm from the get-go, which makes him one hell of a finisher. And I think regions like Demacia and potentially Noxus, because there are units or rally effects here rather, like the Fallen Reckoner or the Trifarian Training Pits. There are several different options to get that free attack with Ornn within these 2 regions, and I think that may end up being the best version of Ornn later down the line. But I could not help myself and build a Scargrounds deck with Ornn because I wanted to try out a bunch of the new cards, and I wanted to see how good Bellows Breath is. This is why we're playing Ornn in this package, because the Signature Spell, unlike Udyr, is actually pretty damn good for 5 mana, at least in this specific deck right here, as we're running Scargrounds. So with Bellows Breath, we forge an ally and we deal 1 to all units, and then we do it all again. So we ping everything twice, but in separate occasions, which is really important, and we forge an ally, which means we either grant something +2/+2 or the item or equipment that it has on it. So Bellows Breath can allow us to enhance a specific unit and ping everything twice. And by pinging everything twice, it's almost as if we played 2 Ice Shards, which is insane with a Scargrounds. Because if we have a Scargrounds on the board, all of a sudden our entire deck we just enhance the power of our board, and our early curve just loves getting that, you know, bit of a slap, right? You know, just a bit of a smack, nothing too painful, but just enough to, you know, get their get them going, you know. Unscarred Reaver. I don't know where I'm going with it with this like narration, but whatever. Unscarred Reaver, whenever survive damage, grants itself +3 power. She likes it rough. Crimson Disciple also likes it rough. You know, whenever I survive damage, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. So by pinging twice, we get to ping the enemy nexus twice as well. Crimson Curator. Whenever he survives damage, we create a random Crimson unit in hand. So this deck is all about hitting itself, but not killing itself, and then benefiting from that. But Scargrounds is a very, very vital component of this deck, and I think Bellows Breath is just such a phenomenal addition. But we get to showcase other cards, or other new cards rather as well, because since we are playing Ornn, and we're going with a 3-2-1 Champions play, by the way, because I don't think you play 3 Ornns in this deck. I think you really benefit from the 3-2-1 Champion, especially because we're playing a 1-off of Babbling Brook that can fish out the 1-off of Vladimir that we're carrying. And if we already have Vladimir in hand, if we play Gift of the Hearthblood and we buff everything +1/+1, then Babbling Brook will draw us into Ornn. This is a bit clunky, right? It's a bit risky what we're doing here by only running 1 target for Babbling Brook within the deck. This is an alteration that I made because initially we had 1 Captain Farron. It's a bit risky, but it ends up working out quite well. You can definitely try out another copy of Gift of the Hearthblood. I just wanted to try out this card. I don't know if it fits this deck all that well, but it definitely has felt really solid in my playtesting, even though it's very limited, right? And I do definitely think there will be more than one home for a card like this. It's felt really strong from the get-go, even though it seems like a big tempo sacrifice, but you're healing 4, right? And you can still play a 1-drop and play this this on turn 3 in curve. So I think it's I think this card's gonna be really solid. Like, my first impression is strong with this one. And like I said, the Babbling Brook component of this deck, a bit clunky, but I wanted to be cheeky with it, and it worked out, so, you know, never punished. Then we got Great Hammers and a couple of copies of the Darkened Ballista. We got some equipment because we're playing Ornn. We want to be able to forge stuff, right? We're also running a couple of copies of the Favored Artisan because it gives us a time and dedication in hand, which allows us to forge an ally, ideally forge the equipments. Why are the equipments good here? Because they work really well with Braum. Giving Braum any equipment that gives +2 power allows us to just start picking off the opposing board with a really solid challenger that with Scargrounds on the board is going to get even beefier and beefier. The Great Hammers grant Overwhelm, which is extremely good with the likes of Vladimir as well. And we love to duplicate the Great Hammer with Ornn. We play Ornn, we duplicate we force the Great Hammer, and we get to equip a second one onto him. And all of a sudden we spread out our Overwhelms in 2 units. And units that are going to hit pretty hard at that. So there's a lot of very neat Overwhelm targets with the Great Hammers because we have stuff like Unscarred Reaver, like we mentioned, that can skyrocket in power as well. Darkened Ballista, though, this one has been extremely fun for me because I love the flexibility incorporated into this card. Being able to play 8 mana and get Naganeka of Zareta in there is just amazing. I really love this design. I can't wait to mess around with the Shadow Owls equipment as well. And this is one of my favorite aspects of the expansion. Cards like this. I want more cards that offer options, right? I think that's just great. And it really enhances skill in the game as well, and I absolutely adore it. We have some interaction as well. We actually changed this in the middle of the video. You guys are going to see that I tweaked the deck as I'm playing. Initially, I had very little interaction, but now we have a couple of copies of Scorched Earth, and we have a one-off of 3 Sisters to, you know, try to prevent our opponent from doing whatever it is they're doing. It's important, right? Scorched Earth, very easy to enable here with all these AoE pings, right? A bit harder than standard or older version of Scargrounds that played Death Lotus instead, but still pretty easy to enable, especially because we're running a full set of the Volpine Wanderer, which can give us ram stances that can allow us to continue, you know, ramming things and stuff. There is an argument for like dropping 1 Volpine Wanderer perhaps and adding even an extra copy of Disruption. It depends on what you're running into. Also, cards to look out for are the Kindly Tavern Keeper. If you're running into a lot of aggro deck early on in the season, you may want to modify this deck to have a bit of extra healing, and Kindly Tavern Keeper would be an excellent addition in that regard. You can take out the Babbling Brook for it, amongst other things, for example. So keep in mind that this deck can definitely be tweaked and optimized, and it can be adapted to what you're facing. But it's a first iteration that I wanted to mess around with, and I just had a lot of fun, you know, because I run into a lot of random shit because it's an early access event, and that's phenomenal. And I just had a great time, man. It's just the first of many as we're going to get going with the new expansion. We have so many new cards to try out, and you guys can let me know in the comment section down below which champion you want to see next. I'm kind of gearing towards Master Yi, but maybe you can persuade me otherwise. So, yeah, love you. Have a slow day. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Shoutouts to our sponsors in masteringruneterra.com. There's a link in the description down below where you can access Master of what a great friend. You can go to masteringruneterra.com. Like, Runeterra is just a hard word for me to say, man. Mastering Runeterra. You could have changed the name. You could have been something else. But it's not your fault. It's the name of the game, right? Mastering Runeterra allows you to essentially, if you sign up for the premium, you are going to be able to get access to a bunch of perks that can enhance your high-level Legend of Runeterra gameplay. If you want to get better at the game, potentially compete in some seasons in the future yourself, then it's a great option to start learning from the very best, as you can have Discord calls with Jason Freljord and Majin Bay, 2 excellent NA players, and you have access to all sorts of information that can enhance your game in a best-of-3 conquest format, amongst many other things. And if you do sign up, you can use the Mogwai code and get a 10% discount on your premium sign-in. You know, support the channel as well. So I would appreciate if you did it. If not, you're dead to me. So yeah. Self-promotion over. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy the game. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we go. What? The Avengers. The Freljord Targonian Avengers is our first opponent. I love early access. I get to face the most ridiculous shit, and it's fantastic. For this one, honestly, I mean, we have the Scargrounds into Braum, into Vladimir. Vladimir's a one-off in the deck, so you don't mulligan away Vladimir most of the time. Pretty good card, kind of like the Sivir of the 3-2-1 split for this particular deck. Because that's like the last one I showcased, I think. And I don't know if I should keep Scorched Earth. I think I'm gonna mulligan it away, actually. Maybe I regret it. Because it is, I do want Scorched Earth to be more than a one-off, but it's kind of hard fitting everything in because of the equipments, right? Uh-oh. It's Protoporo. And we ain't got shit. Okay. Let's see if we can draw something. Okay, there we go. We got the counter. We got the 1-2 to the 1-1, baby. And we have the Darkened Ballista, but I do want to incorporate the Dark... I want to use it with Braum, essentially. Ooh. Yeah, I guess we're just taking a little bit of damage early on. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Hopefully they just open attack here. Ooh, that's actually pretty good, but unfortunately a little bit expensive right now. Oh, man. Do I install this? What is this? Obliterate an ally and create a corrupted form with his stats. Okay. Let's see what they do here. Okay, so we take that amount of... I think as tempting as Gift of the Hearthblood is, I can use spell mana for this. I actually wasn't sure if I could use spell mana for equipments. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. It has to be Scargrounds. We can resort to this later. Kind of a clunky card to play in this deck. I'm just trying to test it out here, but if we have an ideal curve, we have to delay. But the more you delay this card, the less value you get out of it. All right, Braum, go. Who knows? We trigger the Scargrounds immediately. We got the Darkened Ballista, which allows us to pick off this.
My faith protects me.
Alright. Take 1 damage, but we get +2 power onto Braum. And that's a great thing to do because enhancing Braum's power with the keywords that he has is really strong. I mean, at this point, we target you instead, because you have elusive. Kind of surprised that they just played that there, I think, but maybe they have some overwhelm shenanigans. But we have a very powerful defensive backline here. And we're ready to stabilize. Now we could, it just never feels good to play this. Because I've units, I have plays to make already.
Bring me the calm of an ice-shrouded world.
That with Braum is a bit annoying. We're gonna be able to deal with that. So we're actually going to...
I've dressed for the occasion.
We're gonna play this to sponge the frostbite from the Rhinthos Shaman. Is there like any new card that like encourages you to play like a one-off of each, or that I'm like not aware of or something? Like I'm a little bit paranoid. Go sir, girl. Let's do this. Distract you here. Then we should be friends.
You cannot sway me.
And now we can go for the Gift of the Hearthblood. Pull up. Before me. We swing. We get rid of the Rhinthos Shaman. Some heavy hits. And now I get to play this. Finally! The corrupted form goes back. Just a weird play though, to use that on the Protoporo.
I'll try anyone once.
Early access can be weird. I mean, I'm already feeling the value here, man. I'm already sensing it. Feels neat. I can play Babbling Burg, and now I draw Ornn with Babbling Burg. Because after the buff...
Carved from the savage cold.
Okay, but not enough. I could play the Artisan here. But I just want to play this. Because we gotta show the champ here. Man, this is just like a really random deck, it seems.
Our eyes lead to hidden paths.
Let's get a good look at you.
My opponent's clicking buttons. Hey, I just need to showcase this guy, alright? Now he subs to you.
Fine, here. Let's get on with it.
It does ping me when I do that. That's important to note. So if I copy the Darkened Ballista, I do... Because I am equipping, of course. Uh-oh. Well, fun denied.
This is fun, yes?
It's still like Omega lethal. Even without the level up. But yeah, Ornn MVP. And as you guys can see here, Vladimir is a one-off. Still very, very decent. I like the fact that Babbling Burg is either Farron or him, but then after the enhancement, I can actually target for the other ones. All right, that was an epic close match right there.
The day is ours.
Now we eat. Play another one. All right, Victor is our second opponent, and they're playing Nora. All right, really intrigued to see how this deck works. It's probably like a, I mean, it's definitely a sneezy Bezel Dust with Lulu. They got PNZ for Flame Chompers and such, I believe. We do want to keep the Braum. I like the Great Hammers as well. I mean, I like this curve with the equipment. I think I'm going to avoid hard mulliganing for Scargrounds. Because we need to have a proper curve here. This deck is very fast-paced, and this hand is not bad. Even though, obviously, we benefit a lot from Scargrounds, but we also benefit from having an equipment in hand so we can use it down to Ornn later, or duplicate it with him, and combine it with Braum. Giving Braum +2 power is really neat.
In the War Mother's name.
We play the Unscarred Reaver. Like, having these units also makes it so that our Bellows Breath, our Bellows Breath can get nutty, even though we do need the Scargrounds for that. Alright, I'm gonna go with Disciple
I'll try anyone once.
over the Vulpine Wanderer because of the superior stat line and the fact that we don't mind having her train into something because we get to trigger her, even though we want to preserve her relatively healthy. I would be surprised to not see a play here. The good thing is Boom Baboon has been nerfed, so it's no longer a 3-1, which allows us to... And Troll-Chan's also good. I may just skip next round. Get the spell, man. I probably have to so that we can enable, because we do attack on even, which means Braum comes in on 4, and having Great Hammers could go a long way. This deck struggles dealing with Braum. The Junk Construct. Plant the Mysterious Portal randomly in the top 4 cards of your deck. I don't want to trade with that right now. I obviously want to delay the death of the Junk Construct as much as I can. There's the Bellows Breath. I mean, we're just... I mean, is that how you say it? Bellows Breath? Hopefully. I feel like I'm butchering it like crazy. It's a pretty dope board, by the way. It's actually... There's a Scythe Guardian. I just... Oh my god.
There's nothing a good giggle can't fix.
Okay. That's a bit annoying. I may have to... Yeah, I have to bluff. The bluff was huge there.
How can Braum handle?
Like I said, this deck really struggles dealing with Braum. I gotta keep my Troll Chance open here. I can't commit my equipment just yet. Portapalooza. Okay, so let me read that just to make sure. So they planted 2 mysterious portals. Let's actually read mysterious portal. I can't read mysterious portal again, but we can read it here. Okay, so they have spawned. They have created 2 of them. They have no mana now, so now we can definitely go for the Great Hammers. I don't know what 0 mana play they can have, but I'm trying to. I have to beat down this Lulu, giving power to Braum, because I don't want to kill the Junk Construct just yet. I could trade you, but that's just gonna give them another portal, so I'm not really crazy about that. So I'm gonna hold back instead. That dies to the Bellows Breath anyways.
It is easy, see?
I see, Braum. I see! Scargrounds. Scargrounds is what we need. Ornn is nice to see as well, but Scargrounds just makes this hand absolutely nuts. They haven't drawn the portal yet. Because this draw is 1, right? Yeah, so they actually low rolled with the spawns. They got it in the last 2 cards. They can still high roll with the actual cards that they get though. So that's that. I mean, there's PNZ in the mix, so there's definitely card draw. I just want my Scargrounds, man. I get to play the Vulpine Wanderer, and I enable the Ram Stance and the Bellows Breath, and that is just, with this board and a Scargrounds, just nuts. Nutty. I could just go for it now, to be honest. I need to time it properly. Whoa, whoa!
Celestial power.
Okay. Oh my god, if they don't attack. Oh my, oh. Okay. Let's think here. I should probably wait.
Help is on the way.
Do I care about losing this unit? I think I can preserve these.
Our eyes lead to hidden paths.
Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, let's go! Let's go! We got to go for the Bellows Breath. We're gonna wipe out this board, at least the majority of it. And we're actually gonna flood their hand with gems, only because they have 8 cards. If we kill them now, they get less gems, and also we clutter up their hand a little bit. Oh man, we gotta go for this. The problem is if we do this, we can't Ornn plus Trollchant next round. We could always play Ornn afterwards. Like I said, this region combination, I mean, they do have access to many more, but barring that, it's mostly damage based. Oh my, oh my, oh my goodness. Okay, well, we're going for it, and we're preserving you. Yeah, no, I made a mistake. I forgot that. That's a bit dumb. Should have given it to Braum. He's the one that has a weapon, dude. Yeah, that was the turn. That is a nutty hit. I should have forged here. Like I don't know what I was thinking. Like what the hell? Well, I mean, it does spread me out, right? But okay, we got
Our friends did not. This is fun, yes?
The Scar Maidens will know my name.
we gotta swing like this. Getting rid of you is important, even though the Daring Poro is probably more menacing, actually.
We should be friends.
This forces trades.
Get him, Pics.
This will not stand.
All right. The Forged Volpine Wanderer. There's the Pot Pain. They have like 10 cards in hand, right? Yeah, they actually have to play something. You could just play a Daring Poro.
Joy is a good look in a book and a cat in a lap.
Okay.
It is easy, see?
Okay, level up incoming.
I think I'm quite ready for a new adventure.
All right, Nanny. Oh, let's see what we can do about that. Okay, we have 8 mana, so we can actually double, but it's a slow process here. How many portals do they have? They have none right now. Okay. I can Nexus Strike. They're not even using the gems, which is interesting. Okay, that makes more sense. Whoa, wait, just there? I can take this hit. This adds a lot of damage, though. What's the course of action here? I think we play you, right? And then we forge here, and then we set up an open attack. I think that's fine. I mean, losing this... So we can set you up. No, I think there's no reason to do that. By doing like this, like, I'm not really accomplishing much more than I would by just attacking that one, but I was trying to bait them. I was trying to bait them there.
Kip and I will scout ahead. After Kip.
Nora's leveled up.
Anything helps.
I think we may have to skip Ornn here. We clear these. We clear 3 bodies. We clear 3 blockers. But they can flood the board again potentially.
Think strong.
So I'm actually gonna go with you. Yeah.
Name's Ornn. No further pleasantries needed.
Because we get overwhelmed. And that matters more than removing chump blockers, I believe. Could be forging twice. I don't want to go for the Darkened Ballista. I want to preserve this to like just play the Naganeka of Zareta. The Naganeka of Zareta. Very cool looking unit. I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, the overwhelm is really important. Like I said, this deck just is mostly like damage based. They could be teching stuff like Minimorph. It is possible, but I've yet to actually see it. No. They're the enemy, Braum. You're too nice. Like this Ram stance was very tempting because we just clear so much, but right now they could have a play. Oh, that's it? Oh!
My shield is my sword. Have you met my shield?
See the path.
Double forge with Ornn. We don't get to level up here.
Clear off. We've got things
But
to
that's exact lethal. You gotta do something. And with tough and like this region just struggles so much. Stress defense could be a thing. Wallop could be a thing. Their answers have to be Bandle City based for the most part. Unless I'm forgetting about like a new card. That's it. See, that's what I'm talking about. There we go. Clean. Time to celebrate! Merry Christmas. Even though we're like 4 months away, but yeah. Nice. Ornn kill! Ornn did everything. I feel like if we don't kill him that turn, they start doing some really crazy shit.
Here's too much celebrating for my tastes.
Oh, okay. Alright, Master Yi. First time we're into it is with Riven. Okay, we got the Scargrounds. You never mulligan away the Scargrounds. Favored Artisan is a solid 2-drop to have. Gift of the Hearthblood is something that I don't really want to mulligan away. It's a one-off in the deck, and it's a card that I want to test out, basically. Like I said, this is not going to be the most optimized version of this deck, if this actually even becomes a thing. I think I'm gonna let that happen. I could Ice Shard, but Ice Sharding just for that doesn't feel good.
These hands
Ooh, this stat line though.
I will tell you of Ornn.
This stat line though.
Hold while I smith.
I'm gonna pass over initiative with an attack here. That's why we're open swinging, because we want to go for the Scargrounds, but we want to give our opponent the least amount of information possible, right? If we lead off with the Scargrounds immediately,
Words of power linger in the air.
I mean, this Ice Shard is looking better and better. Alright, the Great Hammers are here. We can forge it. We have the Gift of the Hearthblood, though. Ideally, this is the play that I go for this turn. Like, I take a little bit of damage, I heal it right back, and I buff my entire deck. It feels like the right play to go for. In the first game, like, this card it took us a while to play it, right? But now, in this scenario, it's definitely looking better. I'm gonna do this now. I missed out on some health gain, but with 2 mana, the odds of them being able to do something aren't that great. And now we get your boy Crimson Curator. I'm gonna pass though. Gonna improvise the Hookmaster. And with this, the first time each round, an unequipped ally is equipped, refill 1 spell mana and grant them +1. So this is gonna start snowballing.
There be contenders out here.
Okay, it can't block. That's really funny. But it is one hell of a swing here.
Everyone bleeds for the right.
Now we play Eddie. We hold back on anything else though. We want to rebuild that spell mana. We're behind right now, even though this board it's great.
To serve the greater good.
Yeah. Even though this is great for the Ice Shard, we're talking about Ionia here. Like, they could easily have Deny. Oh man, Braum. Oh, let me play Braum. Don't attack. Relax. Maybe they go for the level up, like for the blades, the Blade of Exile.
I am reformed.
Do you just think they could like change the Blade of Exile into an equipment? Okay. I mean, now we have to do this. Even though this would be great with Braum. Nopeify is my biggest concern here. Oh my goodness, they have it. Oh, okay.
Brom is on the job.
Hey, over here!
That's... I was more worried about Deny. Notify is like more niche, but they had it. Oh man, and now the Deny is worrisome.
First we fight. This is fun, yes?
It's just they don't even play around things. All right. I really thought, because they don't have a full hand, like them going for that play would have been less likely, but
I have the name. I need the reputation.
I want to damage this anyway, so I can finish it off with Bellows Breath. Let's see if they commit there. If they have a counter for this, then we're dead. Quite simply, I have to go for it. I wanted to bait them to lower their options, but okay, this goes through. Wow. Yeah, I should have done this before swinging. I did not play this right. Did not play this right. I mean, if they have a counter, they have a counter, and we're dead.
For the lost.
Catch the wind! I'm rich!
No Nopify. Oh my god, no Nopify. No Nopify! Okay. That doesn't work like that. That doesn't heal. Ooh, you got cheeky there. That doesn't work like that, bruh. You're granting it health. You're enhancing the health stat, so you're not healing. Oh man, the one-off. Yeah, Scorched Earth has to be more than a one-off, I think. Okay, now we go to work. Now we go to work. Crimson.
Oh, I can't wait. It's just enough, darling.
Full swing. Full swing. I agree. It's Ionia and Noxus. Lots of disruption potentially here. It depends on how they structure their deck. But this is a very difficult. Oh yeah, they can summon that. Ooh, never mind. Yeah, it's pretty damn good, huh? Okay, that means they're gonna kill this or stun it. Still a really solid hit. Still a really solid hit.
Heart and blade, both broken.
To play me, but can't I play that on top of? Okay, good. Good. Wait, so if I do that, I should go with you and you. Yeah. So we're gonna go Crimson Bloodletter first. And then we're gonna pay 8 mana to play Naganeka of Zareta. Enhancing the power and allowing us to knock out Riven. Oh, what a cool card! Oh, look at that animation! There we go. Threat, crisis averted. I mean, there's still a lot going on, right?
What could you ever teach me?
Like that elusive unit is a problem. I think here what I want to do. What can I draw with 5 power that could help me in this situation? Not really anything. For now, I'm just gonna play chill. Can they kill me here? It's an elusive unit. That's a lot of mana.
To serve the greater good.
Okay. This clears one of their units. That's scary. But they can only wear one equipment at once, right? They could have a decimate though. Okay, they draw. We're going low here.
Sometimes you're the fish, sometimes you're the bait.
Impact. Yeah, that's not good. That puts me at range. What can I do? I mean, they have to strike with this. What could I draw here? There's nothing that I can draw that really... Like, all these cards are offensive. There's also another bit of an issue with this deck. Let's see. Let's play you. We just gotta go Vladimir.
That's to reel it in.
Let's see what you can do.
I mean, any pings? Do they have pings though? Like at fast speed? Knock that out. Like, this is an easy lethal here. But it really depends on whether they have access to that or not. Woo! Oh man, that was a game. All right, so let's tweak the deck a little bit. I like to have a bit more defense. I think we can all agree on that. The Darkened Ballista has definitely been working really nicely. I honestly don't know. Like, the only reason we have this Captain Ferris is I have another unit to draw with Babbling Burke potentially, but I kind of just like the I kind of just like doing this instead. I'm really impressed with Hearthblood, even though, like, in that game specifically, the synergy with Babbling Burke is neat, and it just enhances our deck really nicely while healing us as well. But then again, no. What we need is some more interaction here. Scorched Earth pretty much felt ideal there. I think we need to play 2 Scorched Earths. We need a little bit more interaction. I would also like a 3 Sisters, but you can't have everything. I could go double Crimson Bloodletter and double this. We have 4 1-drops. That could be an option. Going 2 and splitting the 1-drops by 2. Enhancing the spells a little bit, like giving us more options. A 3 Sisters, you know? Giving us a little bit more interaction with the opponent, which I think is very important. Our Babbling Burke is less because it 100% pulls Vladimir now, which is nice, you know, because we have him as a one-off, right? And then if we play the Gift of the Hearthblood, we are able to draw Ornn out of it. It feels kind of clunky, but let's like the Babbling Burke, I mean, but let's test it like this. Let's go for that one. Nora Bard, the ultimate degeneracy. Okay, we got the Braum. I don't mind the Babbling Burke. I don't mind this hand. We have a 2-drop with Favorite Artisan. We can give +1/+1 to Braum and use that 1 mana that we're gonna be skipping turn 1 to do so. And then we go Artisan into Scargrounds into Braum, and then we have Burke to draw into Vladimir. So that sparkles with me.
A broken thing is a waiting thing.
I do like the time and dedication over the Vulpine Wanderer because we can actually play it on. We're attacking on even, so it's important for us to be able to buff Braum.
Cup of tea? Fine by me.
Let's see if we can bait the block. There's no reason for it to do that, but yeah. What a good dream. The good thing is that they're just purely Bandle City. Like, their options are limited. Alright, they're gonna be able to get a portal here.
Portals everywhere.
We're just gonna do our thing, play Scargrounds, and then we're going Santa. There's just a lot of different decks that you could build with Ornn. So it's gonna be fun to mess around with him. Oh, the Tea Maker! Alright. The ultimate threat. Alright, Braum. Oh. The Shadow Blade Fanatic. Once you've equipped an ally this game, create a Shadow Fiend in hand. Okay.
Take heart.
We can play Braum with time and dedication to forge on him. Right now we have no items. But then again, we could always hold on to this and just strike into that. Because we have a good trade into this. At the same time though, it is important for us to... Okay, for 3 mana, Bandle City, there's just nothing that they can really do. I mean, it allows us to start picking off their board, which I think is important. But then again, that has 1 health, so... I think we hold on to this.
Let's show our friends the door. My shield is my sword. Have you met my shield?
It's just, they can't deal 3 damage. Not with Bandle City. Or Bard. We start developing a back row to contest that.
It is easy, see?
I see, my boy. Could go, there's several, we could just go Babbling Burr here. Because Babbling Burr draws us into, we still have the mana for Troll Chant. And yeah, by not going for the Force, we have the mana for Troll Chant this round. And we can actually deny a portal being generated here while we block into their attackers better. Babbling Burr's stat line is also really good for this board state. And then we play your boy Vladimir. Nane. This was the Bard one. Play it's time for cards and playing 3 cards. Okay.
Give it to me.
And that was the Sneasel, the Sneezy Biggle Dust. Okay. The problem is gonna buff Nora.
Off we go.
Wow, they're so okay. Okay, they're going in though. All right. Well,
You are safe with
I like this here, and I think a Troll Chant to clear these works out pretty well. Could trade you and you, like not really remove anything for now. Just weaken their board to the point where, you know, a ram does them in. Play you, but I think we'll go you.
Teeth big as tombstones.
Get that Vladimir in there. I'm gonna go for the equipment first onto Braum. Pass over initiative and see what they commit here. They stun. This weakens our Vladimir quite a bit. But it does allow us to, the Ram isn't that crazy either. If we attack with Vladimir though, they don't really have good blocks into you. And you're also... what's the option here? Because we could go with the Take Heart, which enhances our...
think strong.
Is it time to play into Vladimir now? I don't think so.
Look out there!
Hold while I smith. The craft sings.
This is kind of spooky to me. It reminds me it's like a creepy, like furry bug. I don't like it. I want it to die. Go away, Tea Maker. It's overwhelmed though.
I will not be denied.
Huge hit. Huge hit. We can free up some space anyways, and we're gonna be developing this this Wanderer. Because we're likely to play Ornn next round, so we wanna spread out as much as we can. And now that we added more sources of interaction, like we can definitely. Because right now, if I don't have enough defensive mechanisms, like I definitely am extremely weak to like elusive decks, and just like this current version is also, I think, vulnerable to aggro a little bit. But you can always add in kindly tavern keepers and such if you're running into like a lot of aggro, especially because at the beginning of each season, there's a lot of players who navigate towards that. Like there's a bunch of new cards and such, and they just play pirate aggro because they want to screenshot their ranked climb to Twitter. So you gotta alter the deck if you run into people like that.
Patient, cautious, and quiet. This is our way.
We're gonna play the Wanderer, have an extra blocker. Not sure how necessary it is, but we don't have any plays right now besides that. That's a lot of. Oh, that's a rookie. Okay, yeah. I mean, now I'm happy that I spread out like this. Oh man. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna play Vladimir first, and then I'm gonna drop Ornn with the Great Hammers, and I can forge into it first. Yeah, that sparkles with me. Mysterious Portal actually made another Esbis. Okay.
Lord and Master.
Let's get Vladimir in there.
Hello,
my darlings. That's the second stun, by the way. Like, they're gonna run out of options. They could play Minimorph, right? But this Ornn, it also aligns perfectly. We're gonna time and dedication into Ornn here. I mean, if you're gonna attack, you attack with the elusives, right? Like, you chain them. We have very easy blocks into their board here, so even after the stun. Okay.
Just gonna put this here.
Interesting.
they're coming. Hide.
Our teeth, they will see.
Because of that chain, then all of a sudden I'm not able to preserve my board as well. But this is all fine, because now we got the hammer and the nail. That wasn't that good, but whatever. All right, let's beat up these nerds. Got that fearsome as well, which already lets us strike for 1 billion. But man, I want that Ornn. What is this? Okay. How many portals is that? That's 2. I mean, he's bound to level up soon, right? Oh, it's still 4 to 6. Why are you so slow? We're gonna forge onto Vladimir to empower our hammer, and then we're gonna duplicate it with Ornn. There's some weaponsmith action right here. Okay, that's a bit of eye roll.
By hook or by crook, I'll
All right.
find you, dear cat.
All right, we're aiming to kill here.
Fine, I'm here. Let's get on with it.
And yeah, that's how we're going in. Again, Minimorph can be a thing, but yeah, Minimorph would suck actually. That's the second stun, you know, like we've already seen 2 stuns. I mean, they probably run as a 3-of, right? But there's 27 cards. Like they've gone through 13 cards. We know that one of those cards is a 1 minute, a Sneezy Biggle Dust. All right, empowering the defenses.
Take your time. I'm immortal.
He's immortal? You're a god, Ornn? You look like a grown-up Poro to me.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead. Who will dance with me?
Alright, well, let's drag you, actually.
This is fun, yes?
Because that means you die at the beginning of the round. I could drag Nora as well, but this is the way to go. Let it flow! And thanks to Vladimir's paying, this is gonna get up to 10 power, even though Vladimir's striking will level up Ornn. That's just a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. That's hard to deny here. You we forced them to trade with Nora here. And even then, we actually killed them with Ice Shard here.
Do they need our help?
They do. Oh shit!
No outside.
They made that with Conchologist. That is the biggest.
Are you lost too?
That is actually insane. That is insane. Can I top deck something?
It is easy.
That's crazy. Conchologist won the game. Conchologist RNG won the game. Oh! Or not! That is so frustrating though. This is such a stupid card. Wow, it out of nowhere, it gave them like a freeze. RNG almost did us in. But I mean, this entire deck is RNG. Like, this is RNG incarnate. But it wasn't the chimes, it wasn't the portals, it was the fucking Conchologist. No portals. Some chimes, but no portals right now. Oh, this so happy I added this though. I think we may even need a little bit more. I think we can take down one Vulpine Wander actually for another one. I don't want my spell density to be super high, but I feel like
Off we go.
I kind of just wanna. Six. What can they do? What can they ping me with? Like double Pokey Stick or something? That's definitely dangerous, right? Yeah, we got a freeze there, and now we stance. Get an extra body, and now we get that. Wait, I didn't level up. Why didn't I level up actually? What did I miss? Not sure.
Have you met my shield?
Let's go.
What are you staring at? Easy does it.
That's good enough. I wonder. I have to go back and see. I'm not really sure what happened there. I should have leveled. I probably missed something. Oh, now we do.
You wanted the god of the forge, you got
You
it.
got it, motherfucker! Bit late though. Alright. Clean. I was worried there for a second. I'm like, wow, good challenges.
There's too much celebrating for my tastes.
Yeah, he's very humble. Very chill. I definitely think Ornn can really shine in a deck that can get him to maybe some sort of combination with Minotaur Reckoner or Cataclysm, maybe like a Demacia Freljord mid-range list with Cataclysm. Like being able to attack with him more often than not. Like Cataclysm spawning the Spirit of the Ram is insane, right? Like we're not really able to benefit from Ornn as much in this kind of deck. Like he puts in the work, but honestly, like Vladimir could also take the slot. The biggest thing is his signature spell works really well, right? Like we haven't been able to test this card as much, you know, because I don't have the most time to just record this video because I'm literally like this upload's gonna go up by like at midnight or around there, right? So you know I don't have the most time to get more game density, but we haven't lost the match. And this card, the one time that we gone for it, it felt insane. Even though we were sure that it was gonna get denied, because they had Notify but no deny for some reason. But man, Darkin, we got to showcase Naganeka of Zareta. I like that it rhymes, kind of. Favorite Artisan worked really well. Great Hammers feels really damn solid. And I mean, we put in the work. Like Ornn there was responsible for his win because we were able to duplicate our Overwhelm, right? Like we really showcased it there, but I do think there will be decks that will get to synergize more with Ornn, as I feel like Bellows Breath is the biggest thing for a deck like this, and you may not even need Ornn, just the spell itself, right? But it was nice to experiment with all these cards, and this shit's looking promising, man. Like I love this design. I love these like cheap equipments that can also become, you know, big ass late game finishers as well. Like it just feels really neat. That's one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest quirks for me from this season. Like or from this expansion. I really dig it. And this card has, honestly, I think this is gonna be pretty good. It's not. It doesn't even fit the deck specifically all that well, and it feels solid. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there though. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back at it tomorrow with a different champion, and we'll be brewing. It's just the beginning, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Love ya. Hustle day. I'll see you tomorrow.